Everyone is just so easily offended and everyone's looking something to be offended over. I used the word sheep in a comment and I got banned for 30 days because that was bullying.
How many people don't like Trump? How many people think that America's going to go to shit? Trump gets in. I think a lot of people want to kill him.
Scripted. Absolutely scripted.
You reckon it's scripted?
Scripted.
No.
It's so hard to give money away now to charities.
Seriously. Not knocking Beyond Blue, but a little bit ridiculous that they wouldn't accept raised funds. The group was branded that we promote rape culture in Australia, and it was my face that was attached to that. It was ridiculous because...
Welcome to the Better Bloke podcast. I'm Matty.
I'm Rob.
And we're just a pair of average blokes on a mission to try and be a little bit less average.
We're going to speak about all things highs and lows of what it feels like to be a bloke, plus speak to some legends along the way about what it takes to be a better bloke. Let's get stuck in.
Welcome back to the Better Bloke Project. We're here with the OG founder of Blokes Advice and the third member of Better Bloke Project. You're making your debut with that pretty face, the best looking of the three of us.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, me either. I don't know either.
I think you take the cake.
Thank you. I'm glad someone said it.
Welcome to the set.
Thank you. It's good to finally be here. Bit of a process getting here, but thanks for having me.
Do you want to give a shout out to Jetstar or what's going on there?
No, probably not a shout out to Jetstar, but just for any future endorsement deals that might be coming our way. But yeah, I won't be flying Jetstar for the foreseeable future.
No, not a fun experience.
Well, we missed our flight yesterday, so we had to. It was an expensive day. So yeah, missed our flight by 2 minutes, and there was no leniency. So yeah, it was just ridiculous. So I think Jetstar has moved their time to, it's now 40 minutes. You have to be there 40 minutes before, where all the other airlines are 30. So stitched up.
What a dog.
Yeah, absolute dog.
Taken aback. It's been, 8-9 years ago since, you kickstarted
2016, yeah.
Kickstarted this little Facebook page called Blokes Advice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a long time ago now. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Those first couple years were really chaos. It was a whirlwind. You were a young bloke at the time now, not so much anymore, a few greys in the beard. But walk us through how your life was sort of chaotically changing, dealing with this sudden, what would you call it? It was almost like a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, mate, I was a uni student sitting in a lecture at the back of a lecture when it all kind of kicked off, and was kind of just inviting my mates in that were in the uni lecture, and you could just kind of see one by one. It was because I was sitting at the back, so you could see all their heads kind of roll, and then it just blew up. As Rob would know, Rob was in it from an early stage. It just went absolutely nuts. It was I'd call it the wild, wild west of Facebook. It was when stuff was unregulated. It was just,
Uncensored.
Uncensored. It was just, it was a crazy, crazy time. And I guess having no experience in running a Facebook group, it was just, the first month was just wild. But it was just what's the word?
Yellow.
Yeah, okay. No, it was unsustainable.
Yeah.
It was unsustainable.
It's very different to the word yellow.
Yeah, very different to the word yellow. But yeah, so kind of moved it with the help of Rob and a couple of other pretty important boys, moved the page in a more sustainable direction. And yeah, here we are today. Yeah. 8 years?
About 8 years.
8 years.
And people always talk about it because obviously the variety of posts that go up, there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah.
And sometimes still it ticks people off and they're like, nah, this is Blokes Advice. This shouldn't be in Blokes Advice. And it's who's to say what it is?
No one. That's the beauty of the page. There is something for everyone. There's something for you, there's something for you, something for me. But yeah, it's the beauty of the page, and that's what makes it so unique. It caters to someone from 18 all up until my dad's age at 65. He's on it, and a couple of other older boys I know, they froth it. Because there's stuff about cars and motorbikes and all that type of stuff.
I think the way that with what you were saying before, was sort of the way that we all took it to what it is now. A lot of people bitch and moan about that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it had to go that way, or else it would be non-existent. now.
Absolutely. Like
With how Facebook censorship is, like
dude, you've seen what it's like now. You say that, like, I used the word sheep in a comment and I got banned for 30 days. And it's like, it's because that was bullying, and I wasn't even saying it in that sense. But that's just, unfortunately, that's the world we live in today, where everyone's a pussy.
it's fair.
Yeah, it's just it's the nicest way of putting it is everyone is just so easily offended, and everyone's looking for something to be offended over.
And I think that's what's made Blokes Advice continue on its journey, what it is. As much as everyone goes like, oh, you know, admin are doing this and this and this, we don't let anyone not talk about whatever the fuck they want.
No,
It's so
Well, talk
all the
about whatever you want.
bands that get handed out,
Yeah,
like you just said with, you know, using the term sheep and that all comes down from the algorithm that just comes through.
that's Facebook, man.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
us.
Facebook's got that AI pumping now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, without us doing it, has reined in what can happen inside the group.
Yeah,
But like, as long as you're somewhat civil in your discourse, you can talk about whatever the hell you want. And I mean, still plenty of space to offend some people, and it happens.
oh yeah, Rob's really good at that.
at offending people.
At,
Yeah,
at
really
getting
good.
offended.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a lot smarter in how I do it now. But it comes back to that whole what we were talking about the other day. People can't just say shit and not expect a rebuttal that they're not going to like.
talk shit, get hit. Hey, Rob.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
That's it.
Rob's the tough guy in the group, as you guys can tell.
Yeah, all behind a keyboard. I love it. But now I'm not doing it behind a keyboard. I'm looking at you while I'm doing it.
Yeah, Rob's not tough at all.
No, I'm not. Just cuddle me. That's all I want. But yeah, like we said, it's sort of none of the way that we directed it had any input on which way it was already going. We may have just
We steered the ship.
Yeah.
It was the members ultimately who dictated where we went. And we really just kind of jumped on, and we've been along for the ride ever since. Like, yeah, we might try and help it go in a certain direction if it's kind of veering off track. But yeah, it's the members dictate what is like the group, you know?
with the early days. So you come under a bit of fire back in the early days. A little bit. We won't go into too many details.
No, we can.
Let's go into detail.
we can.
All right, let's go into
100%.
details.
So, no, you go first.
No, go on.
No, I want you to go.
Okay, cool. Okay. So there was, we'll use the big under fire moment. Was it page 4?
Page 11, baby.
Page 11.
So I was meant to be, we were meant to be, but unfortunately it was my face on the thing. We were meant to be page 1 of the Sunday Mail, but Benny Barber was up to trouble again. And he stole the limelight, and he was page 1. So I think page 11, and the group was branded that we promote rape culture in Australia. And it was my face that was attached to that. And it was ridiculous because everyone wanted every news agency, they wanted a piece. Everyone wanted to do the story. And I knew someone who was in the Career Mail at the time. So I was like, I've drank with that dude. I've partied with him. He's a good dude. He's not going to throw me under the bus. Dude.
Right under.
Do you know what? I actually need like a car jack or something to get me out underneath the bus that I got thrown under. Like, it was ridiculous. It just got completely thrown out of context. This whole article was just negative. And then at the end it was like, and Brock wants to do good with the group in the future. That was like the last little bit. And I was like, so yeah, it was a 2-page spread. My mug on there. Smoking a dart, I think I was.
Smoking a dart, wearing a t-shirt with a dick on it.
Shout out Davo. Rolled me a Taylor, no filter, as he likes to do it.
Yep.
And yeah, got a photo on the OG shirt for it.
It's a cracking photo though.
Cracking photo.
Yeah.
Cracking
Just the
photo.
headline that with it maybe.
Yeah, it's probably not the best headline.
But now we get to
Do you
talk
remember
about
the
it.
headline?
Blokes Advice promotes rape culture.
Or maybe it was the online one. It was Blokes Advice's disgusting and brutal guide to raping women.
Oh, wow.
That's what's
yeah, there's been a
online
couple
to
of
this day. And we should probably mention the whole thing stemmed from, in the early days, I think it was somewhere in the vicinity.
No, I'll tell you. Sorry, I'll tell you what it stemmed from. That thing, it was a Jake the Muss meme. That's what it was. Someone put in the group, it was a Jake the Muss meme, which everyone's probably seen the movie Jake the Muss. Not the greatest role model for your kids, but it's a movie. All right. So anyway, someone put a meme up, and it was something. I think it was about cook me some eggs, or it was something, and that's what they grabbed. And so that was the whole. That's where it started, and then unfortunately, it's like a couple of comments from different people, which you like. There's at the time, how many people would have been in the group at the time? I think
that year, I think we would have got somewhere around 15 million fucking comments.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was literally, there was almost like 900,000 people by the time that group ended. Like you said, Wild West, chaos. It was unfiltered. Facebook didn't take
absolutely.
anything down, so you can't keep eyes on that many comments.
Nah, and you lose that many comments. Like when that many comments are coming through on a post, you lose them until unfortunately the algorithm will put that section of comments in someone's feed and they go, oh, I don't like that. Like I'm offended.
But even then, there was this hype around it because at that point it was still like the secret group.
Oh yeah.
And it was like invite only, and there was this big hype going around that there was so many burner accounts getting made by a lot of women that were very angry at men at the time.
Oh yeah, they found my home number. So you've both met my mum. Shout out Jano, absolutely lovely lady.
One of the best.
Actually one of the best. So you could imagine her, this sweet little lady, getting phone calls from very, very angry females, telling them that they, wanted to kill me, wanted to do this. I've got it. You've got it coming to you. So it was a bit of a scary time as well, because you didn't know what was going to happen. And like that whole, like feminist movement, but the aggressive, like what's the, like
toxic femininity.
Yeah, that whole movement, man, like unpredictable.
And not the hot ones.
Yeah, not the hot ones.
No. Can we say that?
I don't know. Are we going to attach it to Clementine because she embodies the not hot ones?
What?
I mean,
Dude,
She's
hot.
pretty hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
there's someone for everyone, right?
That's what I would say talking about someone who was hot.
Off all that controversy,
Thank you.
Can we keep that in?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay, beautiful.
off all that controversy, it did see the growth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So whenever you stand for something, and we stood for bloke culture and not being offended, don't be a fucking snowflake, it saw...
Also not raping though. They just took that out of context.
Yeah, that was fully out of context.
Yep.
We don't condone that. So obviously it offended a lot of people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that controversy is what made people love it as well. That's what drew people in.
Yeah.
And you saw a lot of growth off like kind of having two sides and standing for something being on one side of it.
Well, yeah, it's like I guess without that, what you just said, we wouldn't have grown. I don't think we would have grown to where we got to and where we are today. And without growing, I guess, to that rate, we wouldn't have been able to do all the fantastic things like that we've done, you know? And like, I remember, I think was I speaking to you before I took that career mail article? I can't remember if it was you. I'm pretty sure it was though. And Rob was just like, any publicity is good publicity at the moment.
Sounds
know?
like something I would say.
Yeah.
Yep.
And and that's what, and do you know what? And yeah, I ran with that, and it did, you know, like it was, and I guess you bottle that up with the secrecy of the group, you know, like of course blokes want to get involved, you know, they want to see what we're up to, they want to see what we're doing, and then I guess when the word gets out about all the fantastic things that we were doing, everyone wants to jump on board.
It sort of makes it like that bit of secrecy and like taboo of like this
boys'
all
club.
men's club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like if you're a bloke and you're not part of it, you're missing the fuck out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone wanted in. I remember we were at EH years ago and like
place.
it was literally, that was like every fucking conversation was like, were you in it?
How many
Were you
times
in
have you
it?
been banned from EH?
Only the once, but it may be for life.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll lie. It's not live. I think it's $20.99. It says on it.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
So you've got a shot.
Yeah. Not a buy rate.
Do it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like everywhere, and in that peak time, everywhere you would go out, so like there would just be BA chants just start up.
I remember I went to Did you ever go GPO?
A couple of times.
Shout out GPO.
Yep.
Stomping ground for many years. I remember one of the bartenders just was like, he frothed it. And I think I got in there at 9 o'clock. It is the drunkest I have ever been, I think, there's photos. I had it my cover photo on Facebook for a while. One of the boys actually dropped me home at like 1 o'clock, I think. And he took a photo of me. I was like passed out in the front yard of my house. He somehow got me to the back door. I don't remember. I opened the garage door. Remember it like at that place? Garage door, went out and crawled into the dog's kennel where my parents found me. I don't remember. I woke up in my bed the next morning, completely changed, bucket, towel next to me. And I was like, well, my parents undressed me. I was like, awesome.
And put you back in the dog car.
Yeah, and they put me back outside. Yeah. But yeah, he was in it. So like he was just lining up shots, and then like boys were wearing their like BA, like the OG BA shirts out underneath their like button-up shirts. So they'd like open it up. It was cool. It was a cool part of it was a cool couple of years. It was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we've just kind of gone down a different path now, which is fantastic. You know, like we always wanted to get to where we are now doing what we're doing, but we almost didn't have the tools and the know-how, you know? So it's pretty cool to see how far it's come and like the end result, which is now the Better Bloke project.
It's kind of cool in the sense that, so when we were all like, 2016, so we were all early 20s, 18, all that sort of stuff.
22, I think I was.
Yeah, so yeah, early 20s
Yeah.
then. So everyone was like loose in that period. And
Very loose.
BA was loose at that time.
Very
too.
loose, yeah.
Now, we've all grown up. BA's grown up with us, and it's sort of like,
I
it's like
think
BA's
so.
sort of grown up, and BA's
Yeah.
going, I need to stop partying. I need to stop
Yeah,
getting on
need
it.
to have kids.
I'm going to get a job now.
Yeah,
I'm
need
going
to settle down.
I'm going to do the right thing in society.
Yeah.
Do all that. That's what BA's done.
Yeah.
So BA has grown up as we all have.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just evolved with us. That's all it is.
But also very unsustainable to where it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very unsustainable.
But what more would you expect from 22-year-old kids, right?
And that's what I mean. It's like with me, 22, was very loose. Had no idea what I was doing. No idea. Didn't know how to run a Facebook group. Didn't know you could approve posts. So everything was just getting approved, like straight away. It was just on the feed. So yeah, it was a little bit of a learning process, but
At the start, like it had all this loose stuff, but it also quickly developed the camaraderie side of it.
yeah.
So you mentioned before, like all the good shit. that
Yeah, of
happened.
course.
That was all happening during this crazy period.
I know.
And it was almost like even bigger for it because there was such a strong bond between this fight club of a secret group.
Yeah.
What are some of like the first things that kind of kicked off inside the group, whether it was the raising funds for certain things or
I think the very first one was, it was just to the point where I was like, do you know what? I think we could probably do something good. You know, like there's this many blokes here. Everyone's keen to do something. So we raised, I think it was like 30 grand for it was a local men's shelter it was like a boxing shed.
26K.
Yeah. Yeah. So we raised that for them, which like helped them improve their facilities and get like blokes down to there. Man, honestly, the list is so big of what we've done, like paid for weddings, we've paid for funerals. We've helped out when there's been an outcry. We've tried to help where we can. So yeah, just so many things.
And that's only the stuff that has been recorded via like the actual post itself by donation. Like
Absolutely.
the amount of boys that
Man,
have
behind the scenes?
that have gotten around other stuff, and like, I mean, how many boys have gone out and just, I think it was only a couple of months ago, someone put a post up about an old bloke in a house and a whole bunch of guys went around and just fixed his house up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with us. It was just a connection. That happened when Cairns flooded
Yep.
as well. Like
Yeah.
the boys with the boats went out and helped. I think something happened with fires over in WA recently. The boys, boom.
Well, that's
together.
it. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, yeah, the power of the group's just been fantastic. Like it really has.
When Zuckerberg's not bending us over.
Look,
Kind of enjoy it though.
Do you?
yeah, I
Little bit
don't.
of
I mean, oh,
Naughty
I fit
boy.
with life.
Yeah. It's going back to the 26K for that, the men's shed.
Yeah.
It wasn't always meant to go to the men's shed, was it?
No.
No.
No. It was like we raised it for Beyond Blue, but because we didn't go down the right raising platform or whatever, they wouldn't accept the money. And then I'm pretty sure I tried a couple of like those mental health kind of charities, and no one wanted to take the money because it wasn't done through their correct like fundraising avenues. So it just got to the point where I was like, well, how about we just let's help someone local who's struggling and try and make a difference that way. So yeah,
Probably made a bigger impact.
100%, 100% it would have. Not knocking Beyond Blue, but a little bit ridiculous that they wouldn't accept like raised funds.
Yeah, we touched on this a couple of episodes ago that it's so hard to give money away now to charities.
Seriously, I'm not.
But it takes so much to actually do good. It's kind of whack.
We'll also just on the record, we'll take anything that anyone wants to throw our way. Like
It's a great
we're not
record.
picky.
No.
We're not picky.
No, we're not.
We're not picky. Clearly, us three sitting here.
Yeah.
We just need a massive Facebook page to be good cunts, but no one seems to have done it since us. So
Yeah,
There's a couple trying, but I think that's the thing. Like BA set this
man.
standard.
But it was like, if you go back, just BA set up this whole different culture. It wasn't there online or anything before BA. Like so many things stemmed, like the whole like bloke this, bloke that, bloke this. It was just as soon as Blokes Advice happened, it just went like this. It was like a snowball effect.
yeah, it changed everything. And it came before the podcast game really kicked off. So like there's all these podcasts now that kind of embody what that BA was.
Yeah.
There's other
Copycats.
You could say that.
Scumbags.
Absolute scumbags.
I stand by that.
me
It's
too.
like what? Because you didn't invent the term bloke. By no means. Bloke's been around for years and years and years.
No, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
sorry. But like you definitely like reinvigorated the word in that time because before
Yeah.
that, like
Bloke's
like,
World.
like you just said, oh yeah, Bloke's World
Blokes
was.
World.
I reckon
yeah.
they probably
They probably
they got
that's
in
probably-
earlier.
that's
they
probably
probably
a
got
good
in
call.
a little bit earlier. It's
a great shout.
I'm actually not going to knock them at all. Everyone else
They're
after
still
that.
kicking on and doing
Scumbag
mad stuff.
Especially if they took our font. Absolute scumbags.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Should we kick it on to some other points of conversation? Because we did this episode, like maybe episode 4, something like that, and we ended it early, and we had a whole bunch of people that were saying it should have gone on longer, but I felt like we couldn't kick it on until Brock got here. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
It's one where we ended on conspiracy theories.
Yes,
Yes. This is what you wanted, wasn't it?
man, I love this shit.
All right.
This is where it's here for. You take the stand. What's your favorite one? Where are we at?
Oh,
This is
Do you-
going to be a 4-hour episode.
yeah, honestly, how much time do you have?
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
Boys, if you want to keep listening, this might go. This might
Yeah.
go.
Now, do you know what I find interesting at the moment is the whole assassination attempt. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it was legitimate. Like, how many people don't like Trump, right? How many people think that America is going to go to shit if Trump gets in? I think a lot of people want to kill him.
Scripted.
I don't-
Absolutely scripted.
You reckon it's scripted?
scripted.
No.
Bro, that photo of him, he's got like blood on his face. He's got like the most pathetic Secret Service team, clearly paid actors, like hugging him. And he's like this. And then he's got the American flag behind him. I'm like, that is the most, it's out of a movie.
It's
It is
album
out-
cover.
Man, that is out of a movie. And then, oh man,
Do you reckon Biden's a lizard man?
do you know what? There's a lot of other words I'd use to describe Biden, apart from lizard man, but also don't want to get us cancelled.
Nah, look what happened with Kyle. No, actually, he was for Biden, wasn't he? Old Tenacious D.
Ooh.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen what happened at the moment.
So he said some inappropriate things as a birthday wish, and
Can you repeat them or not?
so I can because I'm just paraphrasing.
You're the messenger.
Yeah,
Quotation marks.
quotation marks.
Yes.
So I think it was his birthday in Sydney
Yeah.
at their Sydney gig, and for his birthday wish, he wished that the shooter doesn't miss next time. This was like 2 days after, so it was still fresh.
Chat though.
But like,
Did you put that down as chat?
they're comedians at the
I
same
know.
time.
Actually illegal, apparently. Like they were talking about deporting him, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
also, didn't I read somewhere that Biden had put a bull. Like he basically said, "Put Trump in your bullseyes." Like he was like saying, like, "Kill Trump."
Okay, if he said that, why would a radical follower not do what he said? And then it's not scripted. It's legitimate attack on Trump.
Could be
Like you have to feel like there's a lot of people that would.
scripted, bro.
A lot of people want to kill Trump.
So I want to know, why is it always someone with long hair?
Yeah. Do you know what, dude? And he gives me weird vibes sometimes too.
Like,
I love Trump though, so it wasn't me.
we not. Was
Yeah,
it you?
clearly
You're sitting
it's
here
one
with us.
I just wanted to make that clear.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
That's a
I was
world's
like,
first.
maybe Matt could have done it.
Yeah. I'm glad we got that scoop here
Yeah.
on this couch.
Thanks,
that
man.
You weren't.
Fantastic.
That's inside scoop for the boys. Matt didn't. Matt wasn't the. Yeah.
Next theory.
Not a theory, but what are your thoughts on chemtrails? And this is shout out Alex, by the way. He loves my mate I work with, loves me talking about this at work because in Adelaide, you can just see them all the time. All the time.
See, I don't know enough about chemtrails. Like, is that come down to like cloud seeding and all that sort
They're
of
legit.
shit?
It's legit. It's a legit thing. It's been proven that it's a legit thing. They put like stuff into the sky to manipulate the weather, like all that stuff.
Yeah, I think like cloud seeding is real.
Yeah.
But why is there
How
such-
bad? But people think it doesn't happen. People actually still think it's not a thing.
But it is
So,
a thing. There's
exactly.
like, it's actually written
It's
about.
proven.
So it's not a conspiracy. It's
It
a fact.
still is, though. That's my thoughts. Exactly. It's a fact. But people are like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Take your tinfoil hat off. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up that $100 haircut anyway.
Oh, bro.
That's a conspiracy.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know what? Is there a number I can call? Like,
No,
do
you're-
I call the police? Do I actually call the police? Because I got robbed.
There's been an assault.
I guess assault on my manhood, but like also robbed. So I hadn't had a haircut in a while. Booked one last night. So like your normal haircut price at the moment, like I told you guys at Brekkie this morning, it was like your normal haircut price is between 50 and $60.
I still find that obscene.
You're talking to two blokes that don't.
But
do a
also,
lot of
when was the
haircuts.
last time you went and got a haircut?
I usually get a haircut before
By
filming.
yourself?
No, I go to a barber.
You do, what do you ask for? A one all over?
Yeah,
Why
give
don't
me.
you just do it yourself?
No, but then they do my beard and they wrap the towels around my face.
Oh,
and-
so you like being touched?
yeah.
My guy.
So like, and I'll lay back and they towel my face and then they put like
Yeah.
the smelly shit under there. And then
I'm getting hot and sweaty talking about this.
Nah, but this is gonna be a bit rough to hear this. I got violated last time I got a haircut.
Like as bad as I did, or
You
like
can
worse?
Worse.
bond.
This is
Do you want
worse.
to? Dude, show me on the doll where he hurt you.
So I was laying back, had my eyes shut while he's doing me beard because I didn't want like little shit to go in my eyes, obviously.
Hate shit my eyes.
I then come up and one of the boys that I know is sitting over there. And I'm like, oh, hey, man. He's like, yeah, g'day. I then go down to the gym later on in the day and up on the All-Star Boxing page's story, he's put me sleeping with my eyes shut in the barber chair. And just a great stitch up. That was my
didn't even
safe
tell
place,
you.
though.
Like he didn't even know the photo was.
Didn't
taken.
even have a clue that the photo was taken.
Great.
Wow.
And the barber just let me down.
He did. He
Tell us
did.
about your assault.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the right word to use is. I don't want to use the R word.
It's been
because-
used multiple times.
Yeah, again, but you know what? Yeah, I got raped, man, this morning. That's what I did.
Financially.
Financially. So, yeah, walked in this morning. Lovely dude, not a bad haircut, I think.
I think
It's
it's
not the
good. You
worst.
look great.
It's
Good.
worst.
It's boxed out beautifully.
Yeah, so good at his job.
It's great. $60, $70 haircut.
So $60, like I was saying, normal price for a haircut between $50 and $60. So I was happy to pay that. Went in and I was like, man, do you reckon, like, I haven't touched my beard. I was just like, do you reckon, half a beard. I was like, can you just line it up, make it look just a little bit neater than it is? And he's like, oh man, you booked in for a 45 minute session. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. And I was like, oh, okay, no stress, all good. So anyway, got to the end. He pumped it out in half an hour. So he goes, we've got 15 minutes free. I can do it if you want. I was like, oh, that'd be fantastic. So gave me like a little line up there, just like kind of shaved under here a little bit, ran the trimmer through there. That was it. Took him probably 5 minutes max. Did the whole towel treatment. Got up to the counter and it was $95 on the thing. And I just it was one of those moments where you just go, you tap it and then you walk out and I was like, I just got assaulted. And then I phoned my fiance and I said, I've just been robbed. I just got robbed.
Classic Gold Coast.
So $35 to line up your beard and just take a little bit off that. So it was essentially I paid for 2 haircuts.
Yeah, see, the barber I go to, it's $50 cash. See, it's just cash. It's all cash.
Yeah.
That's beard and hair. Mind you, it doesn't take much to cut.
I was going to say, I'll do it for $50.
Well, usually Jess does it, and then
Do you give her $50?
no,
Oh. Wow.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Now I feel bad. Thanks.
I would, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been stealing from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah. So before you got financially assaulted
Yeah.
by the barber,
Yeah.
and before your clustered fight of a travel up the
Yeah.
Jetstar, you came from Adelaide,
I did come from Adelaide.
where you now live with the missus and the little one,
Yep.
and you're doing an apprenticeship.
I am doing an apprenticeship. I am a mature age carpenter.
Mature. We use the term mature.
It's very loosely. very, very loosely. They have to write that down.
You're an older apprentice. That's what they should be saying.
Yeah. So, I started when I moved back from the Sunshine Coast. I started that. And, it's been fantastic ever since. So, yeah.
How are you finding going back on the tools, like a little bit older? Are you finding that you retain knowledge a little bit easier? And
Yeah, definitely. My body hurts a lot more. It just like you see some of these young kids just like throwing around stuff, and I'm like, man, I used to be able to do that, but like I can't anymore. Like you do that, and I'm like, that's a back, that's my knees, and like you're wearing a nail bag around all day, and it's just the wear and tear on your body's definitely it hurts. It hurts. You definitely come home like a little bit more tired and just don't have that pep in your step you had when you were 20. But no, it's been good. I'm lucky enough to work with some good guys. Got a fantastic boss. Shout out Jesse to give me the time off to come down here and do this. He's a big believer in what we're doing. They're from.
Yeah, I was going to correct him too. I hate it when people do that.
yeah,
What?
You came up.
You can.
Oh,
yeah.
man,
Pet peeve.
Do you know, it's my pet peeve too, but I'm so used to like being in Queensland and going down.
We'll just move back to Queensland then.
Oh, don't worry, mate. It's on the cards. It's getting off that plane and it being like 20 degrees, sun shining yesterday. Like Adelaide's weather is dog shit. Like,
Yeah, July in Adelaide.
You can tell that you've adjusted. Like we're both sitting here in hoodies and you're just...
Man, I was walking around in shorts and a shirt yesterday afternoon and people were like, aren't you cold? I was like, bro, it's like, I was telling you boys at breakfast, there was a day a couple of weeks ago, there was actually a couple of days that it dropped to like 0 degrees in Adelaide. So it was like the coldest morning on history in Adelaide, where it was like 0 degrees and felt like -3. So I had a singlet, my long sleeve, my jumper, a jacket, and like a vest on over that. And I was still like uncomfortable. So yeah, it's not ideal. So yeah, I think we'll probably in the next couple of years start trying to make some little adjustments to get back up here.
Get your ass back up here.
To get back
It's
to
gonna be
God's country.
Yeah.
It is the best state to be in.
It is absolutely the best state. Like there is
Not
a lot of
the other night, though. It was kind of a sad time to be a Queenslander.
probably don't bring that up if you want to keep all your teeth. If I'm being
Fair enough.
Pretty fair.
yeah.
Thank you for saying that,
No,
not me.
do you know? Normally you're the tough guy. I just wanted to take a.
He's tough. Like,
He's real tough. Man.
after we finish these episodes, sometimes
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Shadow boxing.
when we walked in, we both went to shadow box each other, and we're like,
something that you've been thrown into pretty hard by the sounds of things is parenthood.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
how long have you been doing that for? And how's
Well,
it?
How long have you been doing that for?
since he was born.
I'm the dude that doesn't know about kids.
We can tell.
For the people listening, they need to know some context here. How old is he?
Well, let's
You're lucky you're pretty.
let's restart that. So you're a new dad, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
How are you finding being a dad?
Yeah, good. I'm really lucky. I have a fantastic fiance who is just the greatest mother and partner. So she makes being a parent very, very easy. So yeah, we've got a pretty easy kid. Like he's very highly strung. Well, like me, he's very like go, go, go. But he's good. We get 12 hours sleep a night. He goes down at 7, gets up at 7. So that's pretty good.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. So it comes down to my fiance, man. She's just an absolute guru at being a mother. So she's just got all his nap times down to a T. She's got everything. She runs a tight ship, but it's good because it just means we get sleep.
Sleep is good, especially
Sleep's
when you're
good.
going back on the tools.
Oh man,
Older.
Seriously, you kind of have to have all your wits about you. It's a lot hard. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a couple of nights it might be a rough night where he's up a little bit, but you definitely feel that a little bit more in the mornings. But no, all in all, I've been doing it for about 15 months, Matt.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
I suppose it has because you moved down there just as you
15 months. Hate using like months. I can't wait till it gets into like because it's like a year and 3 months, you know. So like, but I think once you get to like 2, it's like 2.5.
Why not you just use weeks? Like, I've been doing it for 86 and a half weeks.
Yeah, cool. All right. Maybe I
Is
won't.
that-
No, maybe I just won't do that.
No, you
No.
don't do that?
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's shit ass.
I might swing. Like, that's how bad that is.
I'm prepared to let you just to see what that looks like.
I don't know, man. He's a big boy.
I reckon it's going to look like Bambi running across the ice.
Me too.
I think that's exactly what it would look like. But we might have to find out because who was talking shit about some other podcasts earlier? Someone was talking shit, and there might be a royale to settle that out.
Sounds like Brock's definitely the shit talker between the three of us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But, you know, look, if anything does happen with any podcast competitions, I'm happy to throw Brock into the deep end.
Yeah. So Brock versus Spaniel or something. We just get him in there.
I don't think Spaniel stands a chance.
Yeah. No way.
He's such a G, isn't he? He's such a G.
He's a weapon of a bloke.
What can I say? And I'm like, I can't say anything about that dude. He's a G.
He like, yeah. See, that's another bloke going back to what we were talking about before with sort of BA turning into what it is now. He's done the same thing. Like,
absolutely.
all his shit that he started with, he was pretty thug.
He still is, but he's grown with his following.
Yeah.
You know? And shout out to Spaniel. If you want to jump on here, I will 100% fly back for that because, yeah, that's a dude that has my respect. One of the latest ones where he was somewhere in, I think it was South America and like running through the favelas. Have you watched that?
Yeah.
Bro, nuts.
Man, all you need to look at is like what he's doing overseas with like he's into the hoods and all that sort of stuff. There was a couple of, I think it was maybe a month or two back, that whoever was helping him get over there was like, oh, we want you to do this. And he was like, no, fuck you. I'm not like, this is a hood because it's like a third world country. This isn't a hood because they want to
promote it or whatever.
Yeah.
and
he just went like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting about this because they can't help that. And I was just like, fuck that. That's pretty good that he's actually like
And I like when he jumps on his stories and he says this kind of stuff, and it's, less scripted than the YouTube videos. It's very authentic. And I think he's found his sort of pace at talking about himself and what he believes.
Yeah.
And he's just sharing it like authentically and honestly. And people are going like, I believe you.
Oh,
And you're a fucking G.
He's sick.
I still want to see you fight him though.
Do you know what? I don't think he lasts around.
No.
Nah. Because to be honest, I'm pretty quick. So I'd probably run away from him.
This is where you look down the barrel and you say that. I don't think he would last around.
I don't think you'd last around, Spaniel.
That's exactly how you do it.
He's kickboxing anyway.
Yeah, bro. He's massive too.
And
But not normal boxing. So
Oh, yeah, I'd have him then, bro.
you'd have it. I'm confident.
bro, I'd have
I'm
him.
putting money on you. It'll be paying well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be paying very,
well. I think it'd be like $100. I think Spaniel would be like $1. Actually, I think he'd probably be paying like 99 cents. You'd actually lose money
betting
by
on
betting
him?
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. But
Fair's
yeah,
where they judge pigs.
is it like FAIR or FARE? That's
No.
a different one. Speaking of 50-cent fares in Queensland now, another reason for you to come up here.
What's that?
50-cent fares in Queensland.
They
Get
slash
rich
the
or die
public,
trying, or?
public transport costs. It's a very boring topic.
Oh,
Yeah.
50-cent fare. I
Yeah.
thought you meant like a fare for 50 cents. And I was just
It
like,
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
A fare
sick.
for 50 cents.
Yeah,
We can
sick.
finish this podcast off with a talk about public transport if you want to.
Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah, that sucks from you.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to get out there before we call it a quits on this one?
Not really. Unless you two.
Have you got any big plans coming up with like what's your, so you said like long term you want to move back to Queensland eventually,
I
but
guess it's just finishing off my apprenticeship, gaining all the knowledge to put me in a good spot for if we do move, that I can kind of fit into any company or construction mob up here. If that's the direction that like me and the family want to go, but not really, mate. It's just getting our house finished down at home, like down back in SA, a little bit to go there, and then not really. Come back up to Queensland at the end of the year, which is fantastic.
Did you finish that bus yet or what?
Oh. Have you got a whole,
You two can't finish a fucking car. Buy a Swift.
fair call. Fair call. No, we didn't finish. We actually sold the bus.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, okay.
Sold the bus. That's actually a bit of a touchy subject, Matt. You're getting really closer to losing those teeth again.
Yeah, look,
thanks.
you
Thanks
lasted
for
45
And
minutes.
then Valiant as well. Poor Rob. You probably should finish that car. Though.
Yeah.
He was showing me earlier. He's like, I'm looking at entering my first ever one of those raffle giveaways. And it was Mighty Car Mods.
Yeah, Mighty Car Mod.
They're giving away a car trailer. And I'm like, yeah, you need it because your car doesn't work.
Yeah, then I might actually be able to take it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a car trailer would be handy anyway. Be very good.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll get them.
I actually bought some lotto tickets last night.
Did ya?
Yeah, 10 mil. Don't know if we won or not. Haven't checked it yet. So,
I mean, it'd be handy if you did.
wouldn't it?
Move
What do you
straight
want?
back
What's
up.
the first thing what do you want?
I'd like to finish the Val.
I'll finish the valve for you.
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll finish the valve for you.
Oh, cool.
And,
That's
do
it.
you want another Swift?
A new one though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they stopped making them.
No, they're still going. And they're expensive. The new ones are like $36,000.
Oh, too expensive. You can't have one of them.
Right, we're
That's
just
a lot for a Swift.
we're just going to keep talking shit now.
Yes.
On that note,
guys, we're going to call it quits. It was so good having you on.
thanks for having me.
recapping on all those early days. People still talk about the glory days or the OG days. So it's cool.
I think the
hearing.
glory days are to come.
I think so too.
we're on a different path. Like what we're doing now is, I think, once we kind of, and like, sorry to bring back to the what you say, big plans. I think it's this. I think this is the ultimate goal at the moment, is us getting traction with Better Blokes project and getting art like this out there, so more men know what we're doing and want to jump on board.
Thanks, guys. Make sure you give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, pretty much anywhere that you can find us. You can jump on the website, sign up to that newsletter so you'll find out about the events that we're doing, all the good things. And on that note,
be better. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Better Bloke. If you got anything out of it, show some love by dropping a 5-star review below.
if you want to learn more about everything we're doing, head to the description, hit the links and follow us on the socials. If you want to learn more about the project, head to betterblokeproject.org.